join us. Okay, so welcome everyone. As I say, we're going to demonstrate a very simple project on how you can prepare the project in a QGIS and work on it in the Qfield, the application that are available in a smartphone. You can also use a tablet. So this is the very simple way of preparing the QGIS project and then share it with Android smartphones and use it in the Qfield project. So you should have a QGIS, and after having a QGIS, you should create you should prepare the folders that you're going to save your work as an input data and output data. So I've already created that. So I'm going to, as you can see in the QGIS, we have a map view, we have a layer, we have a browser search, and we have a toolbar. So I'm going to demonstrate all of that. And first, I'm going to create a project. This is a very simple way and straightforward. I'm going to layer, I'm going to create a layer, and I'm going to create my layer on creating the new shapefile layer, which is going to appear like that. And I'm going to file name. I'm going to browser where my file name will be. I've already created my project where it's going to be in the input data of this folder, and I'm going to save this as a shapefile. I'm going to call it like lesson 1 and save it. So okay, so this is going to be like that, the shapefile. And let's see, like what's the job of this. I'm gonna demonstrate on for the point so that we can see how it's gonna work on a Qfield, and then you can design this later on with what you can do with. So I'm gonna say it's a point. I'm gonna change this into, I'm always using this pseudo because sometimes it's really giving me a bug and error when I'm working with this. So I'm gonna put this, and I'm gonna add some field into my work. First, I'm gonna say like a name. When you're writing this, you should not leave the space. So should not left a space between what's your character. So name point, and it's gonna be, let's say type, it's gonna be a text. Length, maybe you can put even 100 and add to the field, and it's gonna be like point type. It's gonna be a point type. And I'm gonna add a field. So when you are preparing your work on the QGIS, maybe this is like preparing the form that you're going to collect data. So I'm going to use this as an example for collecting a water point. That's why I said the name of a point, or whatever you want to use, but you should really keep in mind that what kind of project you want to use for collecting the data. So you should put the field based on your requirements. So I'm going to demonstrate a very simple form of how you can create, the very simple project on how you can create on a QGIS and share it into the Qfield so that you can work on it. So this is a very simple one. It has like this field like this, and I'm gonna say, okay, so it's gonna appear here like a lesson 1. So after this, I'm gonna open this for doing some going to property, and I'm gonna see like a symbology. I'm gonna use the symbol, which is like a very simple one. Maybe the color should okay, since it's a water point, let me go with this one, and I'm adding the size. I think this is okay. And about the label, I mean, it should be single category. And I'm gonna say like, I'm gonna apply the changes. What about the labels? I'm gonna go to label, and I think a single label is okay, and a name point is okay, I guess. So I'm gonna apply, and I'm gonna say, okay, so there are some the field that you can do some setup, like when you want some of the field that should not be left blank, you can do some setup like here and poverty, and then go to for, and when I click like maybe this, you can see here, like, so I'm gonna do some setup like, so if I say like, what do you want it to appear there when you put it, like I want to say name, name of a point or name point, this can appear there. And I'm gonna see if something again. No, I'm just gonna apply it. Okay, oh, sorry, I've just clicked it twice. So let me go back and add here, like what type, point type, it's gonna appear here. Okay, so you can put, maybe you don't want this to have like a constraint, maybe you don't want it to have to be unique, you don't want it to be null, so you can just put in here. See, you can just check over here of this box and see everything here. So hope it's gonna work. And yes, so I'm gonna apply and put okay. Let me go fast so that we can demonstrate on Qfield, and then I'm going to put a base map. Make sure that if you don't have like this web quick map service into your QGIS. So I'm going to show you how you can install this plugin. You will have to go to plugin and manage and install plugin. Some of the plugin that we will want to be installed. So one of the plugin is quick map service, which is here. You have to install this plugin. And the second one that we're going to use is Qfield. Yes, Qfield Synchro, this one. So for me, it's already here, but these are the plugin that you have to install it so that you can make your project, yes, be working with the Qfield, QGIS with the Qfield. Then so I've already add the base map, which is the OSM standard from the web here. So the next thing, I'm gonna save my project. Remember, when you add your work, you're gonna you have to save it not in QGZ, but you have to save it in a QGS file. And I'm going to put the name in here first and save it lesson 01. I'm gonna save it. So up to here now, I'm going to converting or configuring the QGIS project into the Qfield. And what you have to do that, you have to go to plugin, and you can see if you already installed the install the plugin of Qfield Synchro, it will be appear down here. So I'm gonna set my preference first. The preferences is the where where your import directory and export directory are. So I'm going to go with, I have my import directory, import data is here, and I'm going to export. Where do I want my export data to be? I think it's gonna be in this queue. So I'm gonna select it and I'm gonna apply okay. So it's gonna take some second to make sure everything runs smoothly, and boom, it's okay now. So I'm going again. So to configure my project, I'm going to plug in and go to Qfield, and there is a configure current project. So I'm gonna configure the current project, and you can see I have I have part of my data already here. Like I have layers and I have actions. So for the project that I want to edit on a Qfield, I will check the action is offline editing. For the one that, for the layer that I want it to be editable on a Qfield. So I will just put an offline editing for the project that I want. I'll be adding some features into it, and then I'm going to save this. So I'm gonna create this, and I'm gonna check the layer. It's this one, and offline editing. I'm gonna check it's already checked, and then I'm going to apply and okay. So after that, I'm going to plug in again to Synchro or Qfield Synchro, and I'm gonna say package to Qfield, and so sorry, I think it's, yeah, it's the one. Sorry, have to check again. So this, I'm just making sure everything is okay here. I think something is missed here. So I have to check again for preferences. Just repeating this because I think I've messed up somewhere. Checking if everything is okay now. Input, okay, fine. And this is this, okay, fine now. And then I'm gonna apply. It's gonna take also some second. And then I'm going to plug it, configure current project. Yes, there's okay, there's okay, and then I'm gonna apply and okay. And then I'm going to the last one is packaged for Qfield, and I'm going to create a Qfield project. It's gonna take some second, and yes, so you can see here, like it's give me the message is finished creating the project. This, so my Qfield project is already is ready for me to take my data into a Qfield. Hope you can see my screen. I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy my project from my computer to a smartphone. Let me share with you. So when sharing, when copying, let me share again. Okay, share it. Okay, let me share again. Yes, now I hope you can see. I'm going to connect my phone. I mean, first, just a second. I'm going to connect my phone to transfer file, and I'm going to share with you where is the output file is like a Qfield project I've created, and the output one is here. So the whole project is created here, like you can see. Here I have the base map and everything. So I'm going to copy this try one, which was the project that I've created, the folder that I created to saving there. I'm going to copy it and put it into my Android, into a storage. And so you have to install the Qfield into your smartphone so that it can run smoothly. So I'm going to paste this folder that I copied into a Qfield folder, and it's gonna paste it here in the Qfield. So it's gonna look like this. And I'm just going to connect my phone. This is now ready. I'm going to connect my phone so I can visualize into I can share with you, and you can see how this works. So yeah, see it. So I'm going to see my application, which is a Qfield application in your smartphone. You can see it in here, and I'm gonna open the Qfield project. I'm sure that my okay, so I've already copied my file and everything. So you can see when you open the Qfield, you will see I will say you have to go to Play Store first, and you have to install Qfield. You have to go to Play Store and install Qfield. So into my phone, I already have the Qfield, which I will just demonstrate to you how to use it. I'm going to open my Qfield. It's stuck. Okay, so the Qfield interface, you have like welcome back to Qfield and open local file. So I will open the local file and go right to the place where I saved my QJS project, which is in the internal storage. I will click on the internal storage, and you can see like I will go right to the Qfield folder. And in the Qfield folder, I will have the project that I call try. If I open try, you can see I have a lesson 1, Qfield QJS. And if I click on that one, it's gonna take some second to load. And here it's gonna appear like here. So wow, am I sharing my screen? I don't know now. What is happening? Have to go to Play Store and install the Qfield for QJS. For me, it's already installed, so I will just open my Qfield and see how the interface look like. As I was saying, the Qfield interface look like this. So I will open my I will open the local file, which I will click there. And the place where I say I copied my Qfield QJS data is into internal storage. I will access the Qfield I copied into the Qfield this, and I will see the try one, and this is one. And I have like a base map, and I have data, and I have lesson 1 Qfield QJS. This is the project that I created in the QJS. So I will click on this one, and you're going to see how it's look like. So okay, let me admit this person first. Sorry, I will have to admit her, and I have to go back okay, to where I were, which is here. So you can see here, like I have a zoom in and zoom out tool, and I have the like search button here, and I have like this 3 line here, you can see I have this part here. I don't know if you can see it. I have a setting, I have my data, I have a base map. So yeah, sorry. So you can see here, like when I want to start doing some edit, I will have to go to this. You can see here, I will select a layer, which is like a lesson one. If I select it, you can see it's selected with a green. So when I will click on the upper button here, so you can see now it's right, like you are on the digitized mode, and I will go back to the East interface, and you will see like you have, I will cancel this search. You will see you have a cross, like this button for digitization. You can put the location on, like here, you can see where I am right now. Okay, but you can still see like that cross. So when I want to add the point, maybe I will zoom it out so that it can be visible easily. So maybe I'm in my street and I want to collect the water point of my area where I am, and I'm exactly know, like I reach the point, maybe this is the area that I am, and I know water point is at this point. So I will I will uh, I will I will click. You see here the green with a cross button here is the tool that helped me to digitize the place. So if I click on this area, it's give me like to enter some of the detail of that point that I want to add. Maybe I say this is 01. These are the this really happened, and I will put like the ID. Maybe it has to have a unique ID name, and the name of the point is like Misitu. The name of the point is Misitu water point. And the type, maybe point type is a tab, and let's see how it's look like. And I'm gonna say, okay. So remember, I've just I said all my things like a label and everything into a QGIS. So when I enter the water point of the place, it will appear here like MC2 water point. So I'm going to another water point that I want to add. Maybe you're moving from one water point to other water point to add. So maybe I reach at a certain point, I want to add the information to my map, and maybe this is the point, and I will say add that one, and I will add, maybe this is number 2, and this is number 2, and what's the name of this? Maybe it's like Kambarage water point, which is like, this is the borehole. So this is a very simple demonstration of what you can see here. Like, so you have like different, you can use this for mapping. I mean, you can collect your data, GIS data, this data really stored in River. See here is maybe I move to this area, I can add so this is like another different one, this is different one, and this is DDH water point. Okay, which they use the type of this. You can maybe it's like what is a pump, it's a borehole again, or a tap. So this is a very easy way of collecting the data by using, you can collect the GIS data by using a Qfield. And then when you're done collecting this information, I think on another session, I will show you how you can have this data into a QGIS, and yes, making a map out of this data, or having, doing some analysis and relation of the data. And yes, so thank you. So right now I'm going to